beautifuls, welcome back to my Chanel. I just stabbed my microphone. Ow. So, where do I start, my loves? I've had quite a week here in Luxeria Towers. So last week I actually came down with something. I actually think it was like a flu type feeling. I was a bit nauseous, I've had a head cold, I've been all like stuffy and disgusting and my throat's been sore. And I just have not had the time, I have not had the energy to do anything except sit on my sofa and watch TikToks and Instagram reels. So, my lovelies, in the spirit of death, what the f is happening in my life? Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different on my channel, and today we are going to be watching some of the most unhinged storytime TikToks that I could find. So I don't know about you, but I don't really like drama. There is an asterisk in that sentence though, shall I just say? I don't like being involved in drama, but however, if there is someone that I know who's embroiled in a dramatic scandal, I am a bit like, oh, what did she say?
Why did she say that?
You horrible, horrible girl.
Long story short, I hate being involved in drama, but I kind of love it when it's happening in the adjacent spheres, shall I say?
Bitch, me too. The fuck?
I do actually want to say that I actually have a TikTok now. Feel free to go over and follow me over on TikTok. It is xxluxeria, and please tag me in anything plastic surgery, all things drama, and basically any sort of TikTok you think that I would enjoy. So my lovely, stop whatever it is you're doing, grab a snack and a beverage, and let's watch some of these TikToks, shall we? Okay, so first up in the thumbnail, we have the phrase, the sperm donor case. And I tell you what, I just can't wait to see how this turns out.
Having a child with your gay best friend. That's the story I'm going to tell you today.
Look at George and you tell him that you are a dirty wee breeder.
So from time to time in family law, we get these cases of artificial insemination or sperm donor or embryo cases.
Yes.
They don't come up that often, but occasionally you do, and they're always really emotional.
Imagine if Rolly and I had a child.
You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way.
So this is a situation where I was acting for the mother,
Okay.
whose best friend, a gay man, who she'd known for like 15 years. They went to nursing school together.
I'm not
They
getting
were
good
really,
vibes.
really good friends. And she sort of found herself in her late 30s, single, with no real prospects of having a baby, she thought, in the natural way. And she thought she's going to...
Mid-30s with no prospects. Let me tell you, there are men out there that are desperate for children. But then again, obviously, I can't really speak for anyone. And that doesn't really speak for the men that are desperate to try and impregnate me.
need a sperm donor. So, of course, in Australia, it's really hard to buy sperm. You can, it's expensive, and there's a big waiting list. I think it's about a year. It's really hard.
I keep interrupting this woman, but do you remember when there was all that, like, how do I say this without getting clocked by the algorithm? There were these men that were like, I'm never getting the vaccine. And they were like, oh my God, eventually unvaccinated sperm will be sold for thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, guess what, Mimi? We did.
The levels of derangement.
So the best way of doing it is to ask somebody you know whether or not they're prepared to donate sperm. So she asks her best friend if he's prepared to donate sperm to her. Now, she will
Can I have it in a
100%,
bag, please?
Custody of the child. He doesn't have to pay child support. She will look after the child, care for the child, and his involvement in the child's life will be 100% up to him.
Okay.
Now, he thought about it. At first he said no. He thought about it, and then he said, okay, but I don't want the child to know that I'm her father. I just want to be like a friendly uncle. We're best friends.
A gay uncle.
I will, of course, be in her life, or his life, depending if it's a boy or a girl. I just want to make sure that I'm not seen as the child's father. I don't want that role. I never signed up for that role.
Okay.
She agrees. So they go through IVF, and she falls pregnant. She ends up having a little boy. Now,
wow.
Over the years, their relationship had strained. So by the time she had the child, they were still friends, but just not best friends. They didn't see each other that often. So she has the baby, and when it's time to do the birth certificate, she puts him on as the biological father because he's the sperm donor / father.
Yes.
Big mistake.
Oh.
So as time goes on, he gets into a new relationship with a new man. They marry. They then see that, they want a child, and really don't have prospects of getting one anytime soon.
Right.
So they decided to take her to court to seek custody of that little boy that she'd been raising on her own without his involvement. He'd seen...
Oh my God. 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 Can you imagine? Can you imagine being that heartless? That sounds disgusting. Can we say it, everybody? Disgusting. Disgusting. Do you know, there are a few things in my life that make me always question, like, can my trust in the human race go any lower? And this is one of those moments where I'm like, I don't think it probably could get any lower, actually. Ugh. Imagine snatching a child away from a loving mother, unhinged. I don't care what community you belong to, that is incorrect.
Child from time to time, but more as a friend, not as a parent. So she came to see me. We ended up fighting it in court. It was very, very stressful for her because she didn't think that he ever wanted to be the father.
Yes.
If she had have known that, she might have considered a different option.
Yes.
She basically saw herself as a single parent.
Yes.
By the time the case went to court, the little boy was 4. And we ended up settling the case, and he ended up agreeing to spend time with the child alternate weekends and time during school holidays. But,
right.
I guess the moral of the story is, if ever you're in this situation, don't put that person, the sperm donor, on the birth certificate, because once they're the biological parent, they have all these rights that they otherwise wouldn't have had.
Oh, well, I mean, that was quite a little roller coaster of a story, wasn't it there? I have very mixed feelings about that story. I mean, mostly the feelings are negative, let's be honest. But how sad for that child as well to be 4 years old and being dragged to court because of basically a situation that needed a lot more communication. And to be honest, quite a negative aspect from the father there. Wow. I feel like I'm on an episode of Judge Rinder. Moron! Oh my goodness. Okay, I've just seen a thumbnail here on the next one that says, how my Persualiers ended up in a club picture.
Lovely pussy. Oh, pussy, my love.
And cheers to that.
Guys, I don't think I'm ever getting let back into Revs.
Revs.
Ever again.
Revs. I love all the British storytime TikToks because I can actually kind of relate to them in a weird way. So Revs is a bar in the UK called Revolution. They're like a vodka cocktail bar. They have vodka in every sort of flavour you can imagine, like mint chocolate chip, birthday cake, all this sort of like weird and wonderful flavours, and they make cocktails from them. I don't drink anymore, but I've also spent many a time at their happy hour and gotten absolutely sloshy, slaughtered, wasted, plastered, utterly gazeboed.
This woman is dirty.
And it's never glamorous. Let's just say that.
Okay, the most embarrassing thing to ever happen to me happened to me yesterday.
Yesterday?
Okay, so
Oh,
for
she would be
context,
hungover.
Me, 4 friends, going out on the town, having a good time. I'm wearing a dress with,
Oh my God, can I just say, on the backdrop, that like bunny with a flower crown is absolutely gorgeous. This little bit, do we see it here? This little art piece is so fun.
Kim, would you stop taking pictures of yourself? Your sister's going to jail.
I'm so unwell.
holes cut out on the sides. So a little bit of thigh, a little bit of hip, a little bit of waist.
Okay, a cutout
Curvy,
dress.
wavy body, whatever. And so I'm wearing this little number. It's very cute. I'm thinking I'm going to have to wear like a cute little G-string, right? Because
Yes.
it's going to be seen.
Yes.
So I've got this perfect G-string in mind. It's got rhinestones round the outside, 2 trailer park boys round the outside. And so I put it on. I'm like, oh my God.
I always think
perfect,
of
that's
Eminem.
Gorgeous. Walking into the club, haven't even got into the club at this point. My G-string takes its final breath.
No.
And says, no more.
Pop off, sis.
Peace out. The rhinestones break in 2. So I look at my friend. She looks at me immediately. We have an understanding.
I cannot imagine going out in a dress and then all of a sudden having it like pop off, sis, and then you are just pussy in the fountain, shall we say? Pussy in the fountain.
She takes me to an alleyway. She's like, right, I'm going to fix it.
British
She's
alleyways.
2 centimetres from the devil itself, trying to fix it. And she's like, it's not fixing, it's not going to happen. And I was like, what do you mean it's not going to happen? And she's like, you're going to have to go stag. Like, we have to get in. And I was like, I really want to get in. But I don't want to catch chlamydia with me minge out and about. She's like, nah, it's going to be fine. Like, you'll be right.
Minge.
So we go in, immediately I'm greeted with 30 stares. That's 30 chances that my minge is going to say hello to an unsuspecting stranger. Okay? First hurdle, passed. Perfect. No one saw a thing. later in the night, having a great time, having a blast. We're like, let's get a photo, everyone together. Okay?
Oh no.
Photos taken on my phone. They're like, all right, Matt, is this all right? Immediately, I'm screaming, crying, yelling. My pussy is
On
out.
fire.
She
Oh no.
is out.
Hello, whose pussy is this?
And good thing I decided to shave her. But oh my God, she was out. And I'm
Mortified.
yelling. Everyone's
Mortified.
like, what's wrong? What's going
Mortified.
on? I'm like, my pussy's out. And they scream. We are all crying with laughter. Like, this photo, this was fate. Like, we knew this was going to happen. Don't act like this was a big shock. Like, oh my God. No, we let fate decide this. We put those cards in God's hands.
No.
Anyway, you won't ever catch me or my binge in that club again. Guys,
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. If I had a wardrobe malfunction that bad, I would be like, well, it's time to go home because I'm clocked at the pageant.
Why aren't you making it to the pageant?
I suppose like my male audience probably can't really relate to something like this because like if their boxers or their underwear breaks, like what's the, like, there's no problem, is there? But ladies and delicate underwear lovers in the audience, what would you do in this situation? I would just be so mortified. I would have to go home. Okay, so this next one, I don't actually know what it's about, but I can see Cameron Diaz in the thumbnail. Should we watch this one?
All right, I've been sitting on this story for a little bit, but I'll just tell it. So a long time ago, I was Leslie Mann's manicurist. I have nothing but incredible...
Leslie Mann, do I know who this is? Leslie Mann. Oh, Leslie Mann, yes. Lovely.
Yes?
Things to say about Leslie and the entire Apatow family. They're generous, they're kind, they're funny, they're all exactly like you'd hope them to be. And then some. So you can imagine when I got a phone call from Leslie's assistant that was like, hey, can you do her nails for the other woman poster? I was like, obviously, yes.
Yes.
So while I'm setting up for Leslie, one of Cameron's people comes over and they say, hey, can you do Cameron's nails too? And I was like, obviously, yes. I played it super cool and I was like, yeah, for sure. When I'm done with Leslie, absolutely. Meanwhile, I'm texting my sister and like, oh my God, Cameron Diaz. When I'm done with Leslie, I go...
So I have an interesting celebrity story, actually. When I used to work at MAC Cosmetics, Tom Hardy and his wife came in to, like, shop around the floor. And I remember looking over and seeing him and being like, oh my God, that's Tom Hardy in this store. And everyone in the store was like, oh, it's Tom Hardy, blah. I was like, okay, it's Tom Hardy, blah. I didn't serve him in the end, but yeah. That's probably the most recent celebrity, like, A-list celebrity I've seen face to face.
Over to Cameron and I knock on the door and I walk in and I introduce myself.
Cameron Diaz is gorgeous.
She barely even looks at me. She had a lot going on, so I was like, okay. We have a whole conversation about whether she wants to do gels on her toes.
Is this one going to be like Cameron Diaz is a bitch? Oh, I hate it when people meet idols and then they turn out to be rubbish, don't you?
Or polish. I told her that the gel would be dry instantly, but I also had polish if she had time to wait around. I know she had to squeeze her feet into shoes, so she wasn't gonna have time to wait around, but it was up to her.
Right.
She kept stopping and starting because people were coming in, which again is expected, it happens. And at one point she had to change, so I left the room. I said, I'll be right outside whenever you need me. It was in a big like studio space, so it had little walls that didn't go all the way to the ceiling, so you could hear everything that everyone was saying.
Oh no.
And I heard her go, where is that damn nail girl? My name is Jess, and I introduced myself, but okay. So I heard that, and I went back, and I said, oh, are you ready? You know, just, again, trying to be cool. Then they had to kick me out again for something else. And then Leslie needed me, and she was my client. She was the reason I was there, so I went over there to help her. Let them know I'm going to help Leslie. I'll be back when you need me. Kind of, you know, going back and forth like that scene in Father of the Bride Part 2. Leslie asked me how Cameron was. I said she was great. I'm not about to talk shit about somebody else to my client.
Yes.
She said, I'm going to go...
So that is incredibly important as a person in the beauty industry. As a person who has private clients, do not badmouth other clients to your current client because it does not breed trust.
Over there and introduce you.
But
so Leslie and I walk back over there. Leslie
rubbish.
very sweetly says, Cameron, this is Jess. She does my nails. Cameron's a completely different person. She's so nice, so warm, so lovely. She's exactly like what you want Cameron Diaz to be. Then I thought maybe we got off on the wrong foot. I don't know. As I was doing her hands, she yelled at somebody else for something else that was out of their control. And she kept moving her hands and taking them away from me.
If you're having your nails done, the worst thing you can possibly do is be like, going on your phone and like doing other things. Like just let someone do their job. Just let them do their job. When I was a makeup artist working on actual clients, it would be like, please, if I've put your head like this to do this area, please just stay there so I can get this area completed. Don't be like, You're disrupting my job. But also, if someone is nice about it, it doesn't matter so much. When you're having fun with your client and you're vibing and everything is gorgeous, like, it doesn't matter that they're going to move their head or whatever like that. But when someone is being purposefully rude and difficult, oh my goodness, do the knives come out? Death!
Then when I was done, I thanked her and I walked out. She put her shoes on and I heard her yell fuck really loud because she messed up her toe polish.
Oh, for goodness sake, you should know.
With a smile on my face. I've heard other things about her from people who've worked with her, but I do also understand that people have bad days. I could do a whole series on wonderful, lovely, amazing celebrities that I've worked with because
maybe you
there've been
should,
a lot.
Jess.
But unfortunately, sometimes there's people like this. It's just part of the job. Love you, bye.
So that, unfortunately, is absolutely part of the service industry. If ever anyone here has worked in beauty and they've had a celebrity client of any sorts, sometimes it really is like polar opposites. You'll have some that are so gorgeous and lovely and wonderful, and you'll have some that are just like, wow, I actually would prefer never to work with you again.
Praise Satan.
Okay, so this next one, I think, involves lesbian drama. And is there any better drama than lesbian drama?
No. Okay, so I'm a lesbian, but I only worked this out in my 20s. I don't fucking know how. I don't know how, because I was literally living like the L word leading up to this. Like, in my late teens, the drama, the lesbian drama that I was in.
Lesbian drama!
I had a best friend, we'll call her Stacey. And Stacey was bisexual. I was like, me? I don't know. I had a boyfriend at the time. Me and her would go out clubbing every single night and aggressively make out in the bathrooms. Like, just like literally like legs up.
I found out that in Germany, they call this a party lesb. Making out in the toilets, going out, underage, relatable.
On the bathroom sink and shit. Like, it was, and I was like, I don't know, girls, like, and we'd come home and just be like, girlies. Anyway, there was like one open lesbian in our whole town, like in our whole vicinity that I'm aware of.
Isn't there always
her name,
just
we'll
one?
call her Michelle. She was the only open lesbian. Stacey was kind of seeing Michelle. They were like kind of seeing each other, leading Michelle on. Michelle was like, are we like in love? Are we
Drama!
What's going on? And Stacey was a bit like, yeah, no.
A
but,
lesbian
like,
love
can't be with anyone
triangle.
else, but like I can, and like we're not official, so it's fine, and like just leading her on. But then I became really good mates with Michelle, mostly because I was just, all the bisexuals just went to the only open lesbian being like, hey, what about it? I didn't know that's what I was doing though. Anyway, so I became really good friends with Michelle, and then I'm friends with both Stacey and Michelle. Stacey I was best friends with, and she would go and sleep with men and not tell Michelle. And then Michelle would be like, hey, are me and Stacey like seeing each other? Do you know like has she said anything? And I'm knowing damn well what she's doing, and I'm like,
oh no.
I don't want to lie to her, but I don't want to dog my best friend. So I just say, I don't know what's going on. And this is where it gets really messy and really like, I look back and I'm
more
like,
messy
what the
than
fuck was
this?
that? Why did I do that? So we'd be like in a club. I would see them kiss. I would see Stacey and Michelle kissing. I would start crying, run away. Not sure why I was even upset in the first place. And then I would come back. Me and Stacey would make out somewhere, and then me and Michelle would go on the toilets and make out in there as well. And no one knew. It was like insane behavior. We'd make out, then we had this little thing going on, but I couldn't tell my best friend about it. But I also couldn't tell Michelle that my best friend was sleeping with other people. And I couldn't tell Stacey that I kind of liked Michelle, and I couldn't tell Michelle that because Michelle
it's like
liked Stacey.
Desperate Housewives.
It was such a mess, and it was such no one knew what was going on. Except for me. My God, I'm the worst person. I was the one with the boyfriend. Jesus Christ. But this is what I was out here acting insane and like doing like because I was a lesbian. I just was like, no, I don't even know if I'm bi. Like, girl, what the fuck? Look at what you're doing, you little homewrecker. What are you doing? Anyway, girls, if you're seeing this, I'm really sorry. I was just I didn't know I was a lesbian. I'm sorry. I was working it out and I shouldn't have done that. I feel really bad. I'm so sorry.
I love lesbian drama. I love it. I think it is one of the things that keeps you vigorated and alive on this planet.
I've never met a lesbian.
Now, I mean, it does kind of take us a little while sometimes to work out who we are. Let's just leave it at that. Shall we leave it at that? Sometimes we do behaviours that make us so confused and bizarre. For me, it was wearing makeup and being like, I'm not a girl. Don't ever refer to me as a girl. I'm not a girl. Blah. Sis, wake up.
Mummy's got breasts.
Thank you, Peach PRC, for once again proving that lesbian drama is the best drama. Top tier gold star drama. Okay, so the thumbnail on the next one just looks so glamorous. She's got the most gorgeous skin I've ever seen. Are we ready? Are we ready? Oh, she is popping off. Okay.
Guys, this is not a drill. I have lost the plot. I think I've been catfished. I've definitely been catfished. No way.
Have you ever been catfished? Have you ever been catfished? I have luckily found myself in a position where I have not been catfished. I've been ghosted, but not catfished. Thank God for that.
My heart's actually going pitter-patter. Like, I'm
Pitter-patter.
fuming, but also finding this so fucking funny.
Oh,
I
no.
don't even know where to begin. Okay, so I've been intensely speaking to this boy for like 3 weeks. He's
Oh.
a marine engineer,
Oh, no.
apparently, and works abroad, hence why we haven't met yet.
A marine engineer who works abroad, who've been talking for 3 weeks and haven't met yet. I think this guy might be fibbing. I assume that's what's happening because that's why we are watching this video.
Things seemed to match up. He would say he was in a certain country, and then would post a story in that country. So it all made sense, right? It's been
Okay.
weird. I can't wait to see you. You're so far away. Oh my God, I feel like a mug. So he returns to the UK. We're meant to see each other. It gets to the day.
She is
Drops
gorgeous.
off the face of the earth. Radio silence. I thought, I'm an idiot.
Ghosted.
I unfollowed
Ghosted.
him. I was like, I can't believe he's just not said anything. Messages me the next day, babe, I'm really sorry. Basically trying to say he had the squirts. I thought, shitty bum or not, it takes 2 seconds to message someone. Nah, not having it. He messages...
I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. If you for 1 second think that someone is spending the entire day in the bathroom and doesn't have their phone on them, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Having the squits does not mean you cannot text someone. Completely agree with Ash here. Completely agree. Can you imagine ever being like,
sorry, I didn't message on the day that I was meant to message you because I was busy having diarrhea.
like, what are you talking about?
Me 2 days later, so is that it then? I said, yeah, you tell me. I told you I'm not entertaining fooleries.
Yes.
Keep the same energy that you've had these last 3 weeks when
Yes.
you've been doing up Romeo and Juliet. He was very apologetic. He was like, can we draw a line under this? I really want to see you. And this is where I need cold hard therapy.
Oh,
because
no.
I said, yeah.
Oh.
If you want to see me,
You
you'll
silly
make it happen.
sausage.
He messages me this morning. Morning, babe. I'm coming to London today. We have plans to watch the sunset and get like picnic food bits. Is this a notebook? No. We're approaching the time of the picnic party. I messaged him and
Picnic
said, I'm just
party?
going to start getting myself ready. He said, yeah, I'm having a coffee with a friend in Hampstead.
Coffee with a friend in Hampstead. Do you know what that means?
Your dogs are gay. I'll message you in 20. I said, great. I kid you not. 20 minutes go by. I go on the chat. I'm blocked. I am blocked. Blocker.
Oh,
of
no.
everything. I go on his Instagram.
Blocked.
It says, user not found. As in, the only explanation is that I've been talking to the Tinder swindler because... What? Now I'm piecing shit together and so much is starting to make sense. We voice noted all the time and one time we were on the phone and I said, oh, why don't you FaceTime me? And he went, oh, I look like shit, I've just got in from work, let me shower and then I'll FaceTime you back. And he never did.
Oh.
Ash.
Catfished.
I can't believe at my big age of 26 I've been conned by a rascal. We need a worldwide search for this man.
Unhinged. Absolutely unhinged. If a boy that you're talking to does not want... If anyone doesn't want to provide any video evidence of who they are, the likeliness of who they're saying there are is very slim. To be honest, I would actually be more like, is someone from my past trying to set me up here, trying to make me like, ruin my shot at happiness? I think we've got enough time for one more, don't you?
No.
So I just had an absolute fucking crisis. Somebody please help. So basically last night...
What a
my
great
mum
way
came
to start a video.
to my room and I asked her if you can get me some of that Olbas oil, you know, the stuff that unblocks your nose.
Yeah.
So she looked at me and was like, oh, I've got some of that from when I had COVID. It works wonders for me and your dad. She comes back in with a bottle of poppers, my poppers, that I lost last year.
Oh,
they have been sniffing my poppers to get over COVID. Oh my fucking gosh. So I'm just sat there, right, picturing my 65-year-old parents in bed, taking turns to sniff poppers, thinking it's Olbas oil. I just can't. So I just had an...
Can you imagine? I do kind of love the sheer innocence of like, oh yeah, I've got some of that Olbas oil. Here we go, loves. Let's do some poppers.
Unexpected item in backing. Please take your change.
Did not one of them think, oh my goodness, this Olbas oil, it's very spicy. Well, my lovelies, that concludes some of the most unhinged TikToks that I have found over my period of unwellness this week. Let me know what you think about what we've seen from these TikToks today in the comments box below. And also make sure you tag me in any of the most unhinged TikToks that you have seen on TikTok. This can also include stuff to do with plastic surgery, reality TV shows gone wrong, or just in general reality TV shows madness, let's be honest. So my lovelies, I'm gonna take some more paracetamol and retire to my boudoir because I'm still not better. And with that, my lovelies, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourselves scrolling past on the screen right here. Yes, you can. Today's Twitch shout out goes to Honeysuckle79. Thank you so much for following me over on Twitch, you stunning woman on the go. And if you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next video's Twitch shout out, make sure you follow me on Twitch. It is Luxeria Plays, and I stream Mondays and Thursdays. Although it's been all over the place at the moment, my schedule, my loves. Also, my lovelies, it's been a little while since I've filmed because I've been so unwell, but I want to say a massive hello to my brand new Patreons, Denise Nisurai, Sophia, Megan, Elizabeth Monjanel, Sozo Maika, Anya Vamps, Nubis Nebula, Amber Yost, Dominique Gouillon, SB, Bunny Dearest, Janae Richet, Kitten Janae, and Kimbuk2. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon. I'm actually thinking about changing a few of my tiers and my rewards on Patreon in the upcoming month or so. But if you want to check out what you can get already, have a little look in the description box below for the link, my loves. And once again, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons, Aloria, Luke Peterson, Stephanie Niatupski, Orko Samoji, Beebles32, Camille Sara, Shell Herman, Christina Kyle, ContraPoints, Danielle, Danny Smith, Dr. A, Jevod, Elizabeth Stone, Eric Castillo, Jen Martin, Jennifer Herman, Jenny Hendricks, Caitlin Wright, Laura Jane again, Les Banana, Lisa Pennington, Min Min TM, Moisten98, Mariah Sherman, Nixie Tricks, Paolo Rivera, Rachel V, Seabiscuit, Romano, Ryan Vita, Sexy Texy RN, Slampire Queen, Steffi Tech, Travelful Tromo, and Victoria Corella. Thank you guys for supporting the Chanel. You're enabling us to thrive and survive and making me feel just so much better. And you know what, my loves? I'm gonna leave it on the note of please keep sharing your most unhinged story times because they keep me very entertained. And with that, my loves, I will see you in the next video.
No.